So I am, without a doubt, considered a defensive player. I am, what is tennis lingo, a counterpuncher. And the reason for that is because I do not like to strike the ball very hard. My balls go relatively slow off the racket, and I like to sort of anticipate what my opponent is going to do based on their styles and sort of have them play against a wall. I like to make 0 unforced errors. I hate making mistakes. I just want the opponent to tire themselves out and make all the mistakes. So my strategy going into every match was 0 mistakes. That was probably the biggest strategy, because if I start making mistakes, then I will certainly lose because I can't hit winners. I don't hit the ball hard enough to hit winners. And so I have to make sure that I do the best within my skill set. And so my skill set definitely included 0 errors. So the top priority would be to not miss the ball. The next priority would be to sort of play with my opponent with their weaknesses. So I liked to slice a lot. So I would typically slice a lot cross court to a person's backhand, because majority of players are right-handed and the majority of players prefer their forehand over their backhand. So I would slice a lot to the person's backhand to sort of change the pace of the ball. I really like changing the pace of the ball. I would spin the ball high like a lob and then low with a slice, and that sort of gets my opponent off balance and creates more and more errors, and the more errors they make, the less confident they feel, and the more confident I feel. And so that would be my strategy going into every match, would be no unforced errors and sort of making my opponent unbalanced. And another good strategy is to sort of change up the pace, or drop shot, for example. Like you're rallying with your opponent, and all of a sudden you drop shot the opponent, just so they don't know what to expect next. So they don't know where the ball is going to go, so they can't anticipate your moves. Is a good idea. But that would be basically my entire strategy. I would just like to be defensive, minimum risk, and just high percentage tennis, basically, is what I would call it.